Here's a simple guide on how to set up and execute the overhead triceps extension. Step number 1, align the cable approximately with your belly button. Step number 2, with the working arm, find your starting position by reaching your working hand to the opposite side shoulder blade. Make sure when you do this that you're also slightly pulling your arm backward. Step number 3, grab the cable and press the cable parallel to the upper arm and then align it overhead while maintaining that parallel alignment. But the cable should be as close to parallel as you can get it with the upper arm. Step number 4, anchor appropriately with the opposite hand. This can be very subtle, but just make sure that your other hand can grab something so that your body doesn't sense any degree of instability as you perform the motion. Step number 5, as you start to perform the motion, don't lose the parallel alignment of the cable to the upper arm and ensure that the cable scrapes the hairs of the opposite side back. Here are 3 common mistakes that people make when trying to set this up. Mistake number 1 is not fixing the upper arm. A lot of people end up doing what looks more like an overhead press as opposed to an overhead triceps extension. While this isn't inherently bad, it's certainly not going to be nearly as specific to loading the triceps. Mistake number 2, aligning in a position where the cable isn't gently scraping along the back side of the other side shoulder blade. What often ends up happening is your arm gets pulled back uncomfortably and you get a lot of activity in the shoulder and not nearly as much in the triceps. Get the cable as close to your back as possible without it actually slowing the cable down with friction. Mistake number 3, a tendency to always think that you have to lock out the motion. Oftentimes an over focus on locking out impedes appropriate progression in the exercise.